And in conclusion, Microsoft is pleased to offer our customers the only native experience of the web and HTML5 today. Are there any questions?
Yes, I have a question. Isn't HTML5 an internet standard that makes the web better for everyone, regardless of the platform or the browser they use?
I'm glad you asked that question, because I want to make something perfectly clear. Microsoft is not undermining standards. We're simply improving on them in a way that benefits only IE users. HTML5 is good, but native HTML5, emphasis on native, is nothing short of a technical revolution. Native HTML5 will usher in a new era of internet experience, and you only get native HTML5 on IE and Windows.
I can't believe I'm hearing this historic announcement in person, but I'm still not sure what the word native has to do with an internet standard.
Let me put it this way. Do you want an HTML5 that doesn't take advantage of jump lists?
Absolutely not.
Do you want an HTML5 that isn't built on the native graphics stack?
Shudder to think.
But you do want a professional-grade, modern HTML5.
Yes.
You want HTML5 done right.
I want it done right.
Then, my dear user, you want it native. You want it dirty native. You want a native you can roll around in and get funky dirty. On Windows. Only Windows. The other platforms aren't native. IE 9 is native. IE 10 is native. IE 11 is native. IE 12 is native.
Is IE 12 available for me to try?
IE 12 will ship early next year, 2 weeks after IE 11.
My God, I used to think that Microsoft was irrelevant, that they only release software every 6 years and that the only new features after 6 years were a host of arbitrary and confusing user interface changes. But now I see that Microsoft is a paragon of innovation, and before long, IE 100 will ship, and the other non-native browsers, with their conservative point releases, will be remembered only in the footnotes of history.
The other browsers all suck. They are incompatible with industry standards. Firefox sucks. Chrome sucks. Safari sucks.
What about Opera?
Opera sucks. Their suckiness is all documented in detail on our website, as proven by tests that our engineers wrote. You should see our graphs.
Microsoft sure is making up for the last 15 years of making the worst pieces of shit browsers that make web developers turn their code inside out to get web pages to look halfway decent. I'm confident that developers will happily forget the incalculable hours they spent working around IE non-standard behavior and forgive Microsoft for telling them to fuck themselves again, and again, and again, and again, because it thought its monopoly on Windows browsers would last forever.
IE is a very popular browser indeed. But tell me, how do you want your HTML5?
I want it native.
You want it funky, dirty native, don't you?
All of that and more.
Thank you for your questions. Stay tuned for more era-defining innovation from Microsoft, the company that brought you native HTML5.